Blindness to me is my own secret little world.
To me, blindness is resilience.
Blindness is a superpower.
Blindness, it just feels normal.
Music can launch you into another level of being. We can sit here talking to each other and we can get a lot out of it. You add music to that and both of us can go together to another place. That's what music is to me.
I always had heard of babies bonding with their mother, just always looking and gazing into their eyes. But I noticed that she would always pet me. Very touching baby. And I felt horrible as a mom because I would put her in like a little rocker facing outside, thinking that she was looking outside the window and being amused. And that wasn't the case.
And the doctor came out and told us, your daughter's blind. And I was like a kick in the gut, right? And I was like, okay, what are we gonna do about it? Like, how can we fix it? And he's like, there's nothing you can do about it. It just hits you because, it was our first child, our only child. And I was, the first thing I thought was like, I wanted to show her everything in this world and show her everything that's beautiful, and and that's now taken away from us,
The doctors didn't tell me until day 6, but I knew day 1. So at 2.5, Natani had a cornea transplant on one eye, and at 3 years old, Natani had a cornea transplant on the other eye. If she would have had it at 9 months, maybe she would have had a better chance with her vision. But this doctor agreed for her to have it because he said just in case of future technology, it could only help benefit her as far as her vision goes.
And then we found out she was blind when she was 7 months after she had all her retinal exams and with the ophthalmologist. I was very scared, but I was more sad for her and fearful of how it was going to be for us. But fast forward almost 10 years, I don't know what I was worried about.
Prior to this whole thing, I was a professional musician. My main thing was classical music. I was a performer, and these kids came along. And that personal ambition that I had to fulfill, that took second place. The families come, they call me, and they're devastated. Then they come to the academy, and they're sitting together with a dozen other parents who are in the same boat, who were feeling the same thing, but are not, and they kind of pick up a little bit, and then they see their child open up for the first time. And when you see that transition, that's quite remarkable that we'll be able to be part of that, and very satisfying to me.
So, of course, we grieved when we first found out. We found out about Oscar's condition when he was just 2 months old. So he was born blind, completely blind, no light perception or anything. But that didn't stop him, so why should it stop us?
I took her to a piano teacher. The teacher said she has perfect pitch. And that's where the Academy of Music for the Blind was pivotal in her confidence as a blind person. When I hear Chloe expressing herself in song, I feel like a powerful feeling coming over me.
The child's a natural fountain of creativity. They're just all so creative. Fresh look, right, at life. That's what they help me do.
But for Oscar, he's here to play. And that's what brings him back every week. Every time he comes here, he plays something, he learns something new, and he feels really proud about himself and feels really good. Seeing or not seeing, he is Oscar. And we want him to be happy, no matter what.
In 1996, I practiced being blind. So I would turn off all the lights in my yard. I come home after a day of work, and I have to feel my way in the dark, and I keep it all throughout the whole evening. And I did this for very many months. And of course, unfortunately, I went too far one time. Wind blew down a branch in my front yard, and I tripped over it, and I broke my 5th finger 3 months before a performance I had to do. And I told this to my blind friends, and they said, Dave, we really, really admire what you're doing, but we use a cane. I go, oh.
I feel like they even have probably more vision than some sighted people, because they're just thinking about how am I going to get through independently eventually and achieve my goals the same as anybody else. So I feel like these students have incredible vision, yeah.
And so what they mean to me, children, is looking at life as it is. I think we forget to look at it as it is because we have ideas about it. And these kids have pain, and I get to be with them. And with my experience, try to let them know it's not going to go on forever. It goes. Everything passes. So let's go with wide open eyes, and I'll hold your hand.
She's taught me to be patient. It's a slower process, getting places. And I'm always in a rush, She's taught me what true love is, because she loves deep. And I wouldn't have it any other way. If God said tomorrow, I'll give you another blind child, bring it on, because they're amazing.
Most of all, I want to serve them. I want to have the delight to know that they get to be the glorious people that they are, and feel that self-esteem, self-worth, and be able to make the great music that they make.
We want scientists to continue finding cure or treatment, especially for people who had sight and then they lost it. So if there is hope for them to one day regain that sight through medical treatments or the advancing technology, that's going to help a lot too.
Everything's gonna be okay, and there is hope. There is hope. Everything's gonna be okay, and there is hope.
That's it. Just face the world and have like a warrior mindset, because your child is going to need you to be their advocate and be strong for them and instill within them that confidence so that they can succeed in the world.